Hey, Dave Localio here, and today we're going to discuss pocket porting a Honda K20C1. Just a little overview of the cylinder head. This thing is a funky looking dude with a center exhaust port, so the exhaust manifold is integrated into the exhaust port. So you can see it has all the dividers. And the thing looks really not only big but funky. Issue with the exhaust port is an exhaust port like this is really at the end of the day going to limit you on power because there's only so much air that can go through this. The intake port, gigantic. We have not flow tested this thing yet, but it is big and it probably doesn't need to be any bigger. It's direct injected, so the intake port doesn't see any fuel at all. So the biggest restriction is going to be in the bowl area. The bowl area is the area underneath the valve seat and the short side radius. We are going to enlarge this in relation to the size of the valve. As you can see from the factory, they really choke this thing up. They make this smaller. This is all the DI cars. They make this smaller so the air can go into the center of the port for the DI injection. It makes a little swirl. We're going to get rid of that because we don't need that where we going. I always attempt to not get very technical in these videos because, well, I don't want somebody to tell me I'm doing anything wrong, and I don't want to give up too much about what we do. But in this scenario, we're going to get a little technical. You're going to measure the area underneath the valve seat with this tool here. And what we're trying to do is see what kind of percentage of the size of the valve we're already at. Now, as you can see, it's very choked up beyond this part, but we want to blend it into the valve seat. Now, what you do is you measure it here, take a caliper, and we are at 170. So we know that the valve is 35 millimeter. 35 millimeter divided by 25.4 gives us what it is in inches. You times that by 85%. As I said, we're just trying to figure out what this is. And we're at 1.171. So we're already at 85%. Is that the correct percentage of the size of the valve that we need? We don't know that yet. We would find that on the flow bench doing valve jobs and whatnot, but just to give you an idea of how we go about figuring this stuff out. Safety gear on, have the HeadGames Super Spiral 3/4 burr and the GDO 603 grinder. Now that we're all roughed in, this is, as I said, a totally rough cut. We blend all this into the port. We're going to use that with a different burr, but this is pretty much done. Besides that, you can see where we started. It's a lot of meat to take out in order to get here. Let's talk short turns. Short turns are actually the most important area of doing this job because if you mess this up, you'll never get it back. And if you take the short turn away too much, you are going to kill flow. If you also don't shape it correctly, you're going to reduce flow. So getting this right is very critical. You see here, there's very sharp edges at the turn. This sharp edge, air doesn't like sharp edges. We like nice round turns. This is one part of the cylinder head that, although size does matter, shape matters a lot more. We're going to use the HeadGames 1/2" Super Spiral burr. You can't fit that big ass burr that I just used. I know it's hard to see, but we took all the area under here. This is all now a turn, and it's called tumble port, so there's really not much turn to it. There is a little ledge right here at the seat, but we will take care of this on the valve job.
Now with the intake bowl all roughed in, we're going to switch it over to the exhaust side and rough that side in.
If you look here, the exhaust side already has a cut underneath the valve seat. We are going to measure this and see where we are. I'll imagine that we'll have to blend all this in. Again, a lot of the sizing happens on the seat and guide machine. We'll resize this to make sure that it is correct. We put it on the flow bench, make sure we're good, and then blend it all back in. Now let's discuss the valve seat. The valve seat, we're just discussing the bowl area and how big we're going to make this. This right here is the 45-degree angle that the valve seats on. As you can see, there's almost no area above it, and there's barely any seat material below it. This means is you really can't go that much bigger in valve size because it doesn't fit on the valve seat, and you really can't go much bigger in the bowl area because then you won't be able to get any angles. Just a quick peek at the intake side. You got kind of the same thing going on where the valve seat, as you can see, there's like a little bit of room. You might be able to get it to the edge of the valve seat, but this is the 45-degree angle that the valve seat's on. You have or could put a couple angles here, but you don't really have that much room to play with, so stock size valve would be the way to go.
Many people believe that by putting a bigger valve in something, you're automatically guaranteed more flow. But in this instance, an actual valve job or a better valve job would outflow the bigger valve.
We are going to measure the area underneath the valve seat. This is the throat diameter. We're going to measure this in relation to what we just did, which it feels pretty tight to the same size, but let's do the math. It's a 29mm valve. We're going to divide that by 25.4 because we're English and we want to see that number. That number is what size it is in inches, and we're going to multiply that by, say, 85% like we did on the intake. And we're at 970. We are at 960. So it's a little bit below. Let's check out what we poured it to. So we just blended this in. Get 10 thousandths more. Look at that. We're almost on the money there. The short turn on the exhaust side is just not as bad as the intake side. This one we can just pretty much reshape and let it rip. Here's a little tip for you guys when you do short turns. Now, I had been grinding with this one, but I put a longer burr, so this is 6-inch long. I'm putting this burr in here because when I'm doing short turns, this allows you much more angle than this will because obviously it's an arc.
Time for fine grinding. We're going to take the HeadGames 3/8 spur. It's a double cut burr. You do not grind with this. Trying to grind with this would turn into that everything is going to be a sloppy mess. But you can fine grind with it.
And what I do is I turn the speed control down. This way it gives us a nice cut. And now we got the finished product. You can see that we ground all of the intake port. It's all blended in. We did it at the 3/8, and this thing is ready to rock. You don't have to sand it. There is really nothing to gain by surface finish. We went over that in another video. Now it's time for guides, valve job, flow test. That's it for me today. I appreciate you guys watching. Comment below, tell me everything I did wrong, maybe even something I did right. Tell me what you want to see. I'm always in the comments. Toodles.